Hello and welcome to this Big Orbit Cards unboxing video. I'm Chris and today we'll be unboxing the Eldritch Moon Fat Pack. So, it's just like all the previous Fat Packs really. So in there you've got the player guide, nice card box, 9 booster packs, which is probably the important thing, 70 card basic land pack, 10 Eldritch Moon double-faced card checklists, the spin down counter, and 2 small deck boxes. So this will be the last one they ever do of these as well. They're changing soon for the next set, so get your fat packs while you still can. So let's crack it open. So slides out like that. You've got your player's guide with the card list. It's all very nice and shiny. So if you're kind of the collector and completionist, you can kind of check them all off as you go. Oh, that's just packaging, and then we've got the box itself, which comes out like that, and then you've got these lots and lots of cardboard basically. So the box is very nice. It's got Liliana there with her horde of zombies next to the moon, because, you know, Eldritch Moon, and same on the other side actually. So in here we've got our land and 4 of the boosters, and then 5 more and the spin down dice, of which this one is green, and 2 build your own mini deck boxes, one with Emrakul, one with Liliana, both artwork from the respective cards, so very nice on the deck box. So let's get opening some packs, I guess. There's so much packaging in fat packs. So you got your basic land pack, really useful. It's essentially, well, it's just 70 land cards, so I'll pull them out anyway just to show you. It's kind of like one of each artwork sort of thing from the set. Some very, very nice artwork. These are actually Shadows over Innistrad lands, because there aren't actually any lands in Eldritch Moon because of the small set from the block. But I love the artwork on the Shadows lands. Like, that island just looks so good. So yeah, there's your land pack, and let's get opening some boosters then, just to see what we get. Just gonna skip over the commons and uncommons, I think, unless I see anything that particularly takes my eye. Spreading Flames, Identity Thief is the rare. 4 mana, 0/3, creature shapeshifter. When it attacks, you may exile another target non-token creature. If you do, Identity Thief becomes a copy of that creature until the end of turn. Return the exiled card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Yeah, and you're kind of relying on either you having really good other creatures, in which case why aren't you attacking with that, or your opponent having really good creatures, which means you might have already lost the game anyway. An interesting one, but maybe not too useful. Smoldering Werewolf is the flip. That's really weird. The flip normally goes in front of... they change where the flip goes on in each pack, it's really strange. Anyway. On to pack number 2. Spring Sage Ritual. Nice artwork on that. In fact, just generally the artwork just seems to be improving on cards. Morn Willow, another nice one. Weaver of Lightning and Assembled Alphas. So yeah, quite a high mana cost, so 6 mana, 5/5. But when it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, it deals 3 damage to that creature and 3 damage to that creature's controller. So if you can get the 6 mana and actually get on the field, you could actually do quite a bit of damage with this card. Veiled Impact Outcast. Oh, and we have a Gisela. Very nice. So the mythic half of the meld creature. So meld is like one of the new mechanics for this set. So Gisela on her own is pretty spectacular, to be honest. So 4 mana, 4/3 with flying, first strike, and lifelink. That's insane by itself, just for 4 mana. But at the beginning of your end step, if you both own and control Gisela the Broken Blade and a creature named Bruna the Fading Light, exile them, then meld them into Brisella Voice of Nightmares. So, yeah, Bruna is a 7 mana 5/7, and when she enters the battlefield, you can search your graveyard for an angel or human and put it into the battlefield. So, you know, if your Gisela is already dead, or one of them is dead, because I assume you're going to be running more than one, you can put her in, and then they meld into Brisella Voice of Nightmares. So it's a double card. The Bruna half of the card will go here, and it will have all the text on it. So overall, very nice. Keep that to one side, just in case I happen to pull a Bruna now. Odds are not in my favour, I have to say, but we'll see. What should we pull it from the next pack? Galvanic Bombardment, more nice artwork, and not a bad card either. Murder's Back. Imprisoned in the Moon, because that's how they defeat Emrakul. Spoilers. So 3 mana, enchant creature. You can enchant creature, land, or planeswalker. So the enchanted permanent is a colourless land with tap, add colourless mana to your pool. It loses all other card types and abilities. Very, very nice to remove planeswalkers, especially in a format where planeswalkers are kind of abundant. Yes, it becomes a land, which does benefit your opponent, especially, you know, in standard, where it's kind of like a race to see who can get the most mana as quickly as possible. But still, it's a really nice card. Graphrats is our flip. And 2 planes in the same pack, one of them foil. The foil one's a lot heavier. Let's see. Really hoping for a Bruna. I've never been more happy to see a white card. So again, just skipping through. Mark Crusader, Stromkirk Occultist. Very nice. So 3 mana, 3/2 for a Vampire Horror with Trample. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of turn, you may play that card. And it also has Madness of 2. I can potentially see this going in Vampire decks, purely because of the fact it has Trample. So in the early game, if you've played it for 2 mana because of Madness, you might actually be able to make use of that ability. Midnight Scavengers, which is the other half of the rats that we saw a minute ago, but I don't know which pile I put them in, so never mind. Let me take the token out as well. And on to the second set, which has the nice spin down dice, which are always useful, although if you buy fat packs every time they come out, you end up with so many of these that, ooh, it feels kind of weird. But very nice, like the set symbol on these dice looks really cool. Yeah. If you went to pre-release, then you'll have already got one, but why not have a second? Another Galvanic Bombardment. And take Drowsy Horror out. So Choking Restraints, Guardian Pilgrims, Whispers of Emrakul, Geist of the Lonely Vigil. It's an interesting one. So it's a flying defender for 2 mana, 2/3. But if Delirium is active, then yeah, it doesn't have defender anymore. Subjugator Angel, Eldritch Evolution. So 3 mana as an addition. Sacrifice a creature, search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less, where X is 2 plus the sacrifice creature's converted mana cost. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library, then exile Eldritch Evolution. So you're only ever going to cast it 4 times maximum because you're exiling it. Unless you somehow have a way to get, you know, exiled cards back. It's a really interesting card actually. So you're paying like 1 mana extra to tutor a creature into the battlefield while sacrificing one of your own creatures. Pretty good. Townclaw Werewolf and a Forest. Come on, I'm really rooting for Bruna. This pack's got Tammy on the front, it must have Bruna in it. Alchemist, more cool artwork, although hot actually. Fiendbinder, Insatiable Gorgers, yeah. Another Stromkirk Occultist, and Building Pack Outcast. So, pretty interesting. So the funny thing about pulling Gisela is that that essentially paid for the Fat Pack. Borrowed Hostility, Unsubstantiate, and Selfless Spirit is that rare. So 2 mana, 2/1 with flying, and you can sacrifice it to give creatures you control indestructible until end of turn. So a really nice card, except against Languish. But yeah, this is probably going to see play in Spirit decks, which will come in because of this set. Because Spirits are actually alright now. Shrill Howler as well. Whispers of Emrakul. Again, crazy artwork. Target opponent discards a card at random. And they discard 2 at random if Delirium's active, which is pretty good for 2 mana. More Murder, because why not? Deranged Whelp. Spellqueller. I love this card. It did me proud in pre-release. So 3 mana, 2/3 with Flash and Flying. And when it enters the battlefield, exile target spell with converted mana cost 4 or less. And when it leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner may cast that card without paying its mana cost. There's a lot of utility in this card. It's very, very nice. Just holding back that extra mana. Your opponent's going to be wary because you're playing blue and white. So holding back 3 mana, your opponent is, yeah, not going to be in the best of places. But so useful. Early game, as a tempo play, or just late game, just to shut down that something that will, like, you know, cause your opponent to have lethal or something. So a really nice card. Extricator of Sin, and a foil Fury Blade Vampire. Looks very nice in foil. And last pack, last chance for Bruna. So, you know, overall the set is kind of fun. I mean, it's better than what people imagined after they heard about the whole storyline, but some of the cards are great and very flavourful. Thalia's Lancers is our rare, so a 5 mana 4/4 with first strike, and when it enters the battlefield you may search your library for a legendary card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. I think this might actually see quite a bit of play, because it's not just legendary creatures. You can search for legendary enchantments like the Oath cards, legendary lands if you're running them, although, yeah, standard, maybe not. It's just a lot of utility, really, and it has first strike, so overall it's a pretty solid card by itself, and the tutor effect is just great. And Building Pack Outcasts is the last card. So yeah, those are the booster packs. I think we've seen pretty much everything, and it's also chuck all this in the box because that's what it's used for. Keeping each other out for now, for reasons. So you can pack all your cards away like this. I didn't actually see. Thinking about it, where have the dividers gone? The box dividers have gone missing. Well, that's not good. Oh well, there's supposed to be some box dividers. They've disappeared. Never mind. So yeah, this has been the Fat Pack video anyway. So remember, you can buy and sell all the cards you've seen, and the rest of the Eldritch Moon set on our website, bigorbitcards.co.uk. And please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time for another unboxing video. Thanks for watching.